Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and this is our base building series. And in the last episode, we just started putting the walls and the flooring down. I ran out of materials, but I finished it. So I like having my, well, number one, I like having my buildings to be 2 stories high, so it doesn't feel like the roof is like right over my head. I like having a big high ceiling. And I finished off, I mined a whole bunch of carbon, and so I can finish off the rest of it. So now that we have a complete building, let's move on. Let's go to the next mission. So let's go to our computer and see what's going on. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925E follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvaged data from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. So what is going on? Extracting plans. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. So now we have a construction research unit. Yeah. So we're going to need some magnetized ferrite and some carbon nanotubes. So we're going to need to build that. Magnetized ferrite is pretty advanced material. And carbon nanotubes we know how to build right now. So actually, man, before we do anything else, remember, once you start building your base, flattening the area, the terrain, if you quit and come back, the game might reload all the terrain that you flattened. They might reload it back. So the way to prevent that is go into your base computer, and you're going to upload your base, okay? But we're going to name this something cool. So this is going to be Party Base 2020. So now we know that is going to be our base for this one, this playthrough. And then we're going to upload the base. And what that does is it saves it to the servers. That way the servers, when you reload a save, like if you leave for a couple days and come back and play on the weekend, the servers go, oh, you saved it and this is what it looks like. Because if you don't do that, the servers will look at it and go, no, 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 this doesn't look right. There's supposed to be more, land over here. Like there's supposed to be some more terrain. So all this stuff will reload back in, and it'll kind of screw up your base. So you want to do that as much as possible. So whenever you make some really big changes, always come over to this base computer and upload them. That way it keeps it in the memory. So now we need to make some magnetized ferrite. So we need to refine our ferrite. Oh, let's go back down. So if you press up on the D-pad, it'll go to whatever piece you were using last, which is fine if you're in your base. But remember, so like if you're in this menu, it'll always go back to whatever piece you were using last. So let's go press down to go back. Let's go over to our technology. Oh, up in our technology. Portable, because we need a portable refiner. So we're going to pop that. Actually, you know what? We're going to pop this inside, so I don't have to deal with any of the storms or anything like that. And we can always move this thing because it's portable. But we're going to put it in here. This will be our permanent portable refiner. This will be our base refiner for now until we get upgrades. So we'll put some fuel in there. And then we need to make some magnetized ferrite. So the recipe goes, if you're actually following it, it goes paraffinium, because paraffinium is like the really base material, paraffinium. And if you refine paraffinium, it turns into your ferrite dust. Okay? And then you can take your ferrite dust, and if you refine your ferrite dust, it turns into pure ferrite, which is awesome. And then if you take your pure ferrite, like we have 204, it'll turn into magnetized ferrite. But every time it's gonna, it's gonna take a little bit more material. So like right now, it's gonna take 2 pure ferrite to make 1 magnetized ferrite. So it's gonna take twice as much to get, if I put 200 in there, I'm only gonna get 100 magnetized ferrite out. That's okay though. We only need a few. That's fine, because we're gonna make that blueprint cabinet. Excuse me, sorry. Let's go over here. My construction research unit. It used to be called a blueprint analyzer way back in the day. For all of you guys who were old school, it used to be called a blueprint analyzer a long time ago. Now it is a construction research unit, which sounds way more official. Alright, so we're done. Okay, there we go. Let's get our materials out. put it on our exosuit, and we're just going to leave that there because whenever we need to refine stuff, just come in here, take a break, you know, I'll put some chairs in here. It'll be inside so you don't have to worry about storms. But we're going to put our construction research unit right over here in this corner. I don't know why, but I love putting it in corners. It's just me. Oh, wait a minute. We can't actually because we need a carbon nanotube. So we need to go into our inventory and make one of those. And oh, we're running out of room. See all that? We're running out of room. But we do have one spot, so let's do that. Let's craft one. Now we're okay. Now we can build one. See how it's green now? So that means I can build it. Let's pop that thing down right there. Woo! So now we've built it. Woo! Now I need to spend salvage data at my construction research unit. So we already have some salvage data. We have 6 of them, but I want some more. So let's go get some more salvage data. Now the way to find it... Oh, you know, of course we have a storm coming in. But the way to find it is you're looking for these cool, like, little Wi-Fi technology symbols. It looks like a Wi-Fi, you know, a Wi-Fi signal to me anyway. It has a little, like, arches on it. But yeah, you look for that. It's called buried technology modules. Let's go. Nope, we don't need to scan that. We're going to mark it right there. See how if you hold X, it'll mark it. That way, when you're out of your scanner, it'll still be marked. And let's go pick this one up here. And remember, these can give you it's a random number generator. So when you dig these up, it can give you 1, it can give you 2, it can give you 3, or it can give you 4. The maximum I've ever seen is 4 technology modules, or buried technology, or I should say salvage module. Excuse me, I'm getting confused here. My salvage data. I've only seen 4 as the max. You might be able to get more, but I've never seen more than 4. So let's dig this thing up. Yeah. And look and see how many we got out of that one. We got 2. On average, you'll probably get 2 a lot of the time. Oh, look, we need to scan this animal right here, make some money. Oh, I didn't hold it for long enough. All right, that's okay. We'll scan him again. Got him. Moneymaker, I've made 172,000 units. Heck yeah, we're making money like crazy. But let's look around for more of those data modules, the buried technology. I could have sworn I saw another one. Oh, there's another animal. And you can see the green dot is an animal you've already scanned, and a red dot is an animal you have not. And I have an animal trying to hurt me. Why? Why, crab? Don't do it. You're going to make me kill you. I don't want to. Okay, fine. You're dead. I didn't want to, but he forced me to. But yeah, red animal is something you have not seen before. So let's scan this thing. Got it. Oh, 25,000 for him. He's a predator. I could have sworn I saw another buried technology around here, but I guess not. Oh, there's one over there. About 272 feet away, so let's go try to get this in the middle of the storm. Oh, but let's actually recharge our protection before we die. So we'll use some sodium on that. Oh, and then we can get some beans on our way. And you can always pick those foods and you can use them. So, like right now, I could totally use that. Let's get rid of some of this food. Like, I wouldn't recommend eating the leg meat or scaly meat. That's kind of gross. But, you know what? Whatever. Whatever works for you. You can eat it raw. And so this will give you... There you go. Boom. It'll give you health if you eat the meat. You see how I'm doing that? It's giving me health. Health is at maximum. That's fine. But if you eat a plant, it'll actually recharge your life support. You see how my life support is at 36% right now? Let's eat some plants. Let's eat some wheat. Oh, wait a minute. It's giving me health too. Wow. I could have sworn that gave you... So maybe they don't all give you. Let's do strawberry. There you go. Now I'm at 41%. Strawberries. 46%, they will give you that. Okay. So it's worth it to pick up the plants and stuff. I mean, you know, it does take up room in the beginning, so maybe not. I'm going to get rid of that, move some stuff around. That way I have some room. We have our Corvex casing, so let's put everything over here. That way we have a good long strip right here. And we have 8 salvage data, so we're doing pretty good. And remember, you can also sell this stuff too. So if I wanted to sell my 8 salvage data, I'd have 400,000 units. That's 400,000 bucks. That's a good amount of money. That's a good chunk of change right there. But we can get so much more. You can just go around and just dig for all this stuff. So let's get in here. How many did we get? We got another 2. That's okay. But yeah, I think we have enough now. So let's go back to our construction research unit. Let's go buy some stuff. So it says the mission is to spend salvage data at your construction research unit. So all you have to do is buy stuff. And you need your salvage data to do it, so that's okay. Whoop. Let's actually turn that, and we're going to refill our mining beam. So let's do carbon. Got it. But yeah, and so what the construction analyzer does, construction research unit, excuse me, is it teaches you blueprints on how to build stuff for your base. And so it's a really cool benefit to have that. It doesn't teach you everything. Later on, we'll get to the space anomaly, and that will teach us a lot of stuff. But to start out with, a construction research unit will give you some basic stuff, which is pretty awesome. So let's get in here and see what's going on. Analysis unit online. Diagnostic suggestion. Users should recover salvage data from buried technology. Equip and utilize analysis visor. Now, the big thing is you don't stress out over selecting one of these. They all lead to the same menu, and I'll show you that. So, well, everything except for the leave. If you leave, it's okay, but don't worry about choosing which one of these you want to go to. Doesn't really matter. Because once you're in here, you see this is my one page, my vital technology. You can actually go through, and if you press LB or R1, you know, your bumpers, or your R1 or L1, you can actually go through different pages on stuff. And so you can learn all these different recipes. This is all your base building items, okay? So for my wooden, stuff, I can have all this. I can also make metal stuff if I wanted to, or concrete stuff. And then this is your base technology stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a teleportation module. So if you see the little 2, it has a cube on it, and it says 2. That means I need 2 salvage data in order to buy that. So I'm totally able to buy that. So let's buy it. So now I have a new building part, the base teleport module. And I can buy all this stuff. See, I can buy a save beacon because I need 1 for that. And so it allows me to use the blueprint. So now I've learned how to do it. I still need these parts. Like I still need the metal plating and sodium nitrate in order to build it. But now it's in my menu. It's in my recipe book, basically, my blueprint book. So now I'm allowed to build all this stuff. So we're going to get all these recipes. So I need to make, I have all that. I have a biofuel reactor. This makes you electricity for your base. We're going to need to have some wires. And thankfully, it costs 0 salvage data. I don't know why they just don't give it to you. It should just unlock automatically. But it doesn't cost anything to buy it either. So totally do that. So yeah, we're good to go on that. And now, look at now you see it says solar panel. I need 8 salvage data, but I only have 6. So I don't have enough to buy it. It says insufficient salvage data, so I don't have enough. That's okay, though. So we'll come back later on when I have enough. Oh, look at that. They actually added that step in here. So yeah, it says your base can be renamed. Interact with your base computer to name your base. They actually make you go through that. That's pretty good. They added that. So let's go into our base computer. We can rename it. We're not actually going to rename it because Party Base 2020 is pretty good. So we're just going to rename it that again just to go through this step. Party Base 2020. And we're good. Okay, we're good. And we're going to upload the base again. Just to be safe. Done. So yeah, there you go. And now our base says, hey, look, you bought the blueprint for crafting metal or teleport construction. Or, good lord, you bought the blueprint for your technology, so let's build it. So let's build your base teleport module. But I need 4 metal plating and 2 more nanotubes in order to do it. So let's do that. So I need 4 metal plating. So if you go down here, and when you're in the menu, the shortcut to do this is you can actually build multiples of the same thing. So if I hit left bumper and right bumper. You see how it goes up a little bit? So I can build up to 3 of them, and it costs 150 ferrite dust. Or I can just build 1 for 50. So you can actually increase and decrease however many you build at the same time. So let's build 3 right there. I also need carbon nanotubes. I need 2 of those. I need some more ferrite dust, though, so let's go break some rocks in order to get that. Nope, I need an upgraded mining laser for that, so I can't mine that. But I should be able to mine some of these little tiny rocks. Oh, these little lasers. Or little lizard, sorry, not laser, lizard. So let's break some of these rocks, get some ferrite dust going. That should be enough ferrite dust, so let's try it again. Now, we've already have it here, so what we can do is, if you hover over the item you want to make more of, you can just hold the X button, and it'll make another one for you. There you go, done. See? So, instead of trying to go back through your menu again, you could just go over the item, especially if you already have it in your inventory. Why would you go through the menus all over again? So now we can build the teleporter, so let's do it. I like putting my stuff in the corner. Right here. So yeah, we built it, yeah, but we need electricity in order to power it. Dang it, we don't have any electricity though. Dang it. So now we have a biofuel reactor. So let's actually build one of those. So if we go back down, we go to tech. In our tech tree, now we have multiple ones. Now we have our general, we have a portable, we have a farming menu, and we have a power and industry menu. So of course it's going to be in your power menu. And once you go to your power, you can actually choose, okay, we can make a biofuel reactor, we can make switches, we can lay down some wires. But we need a reactor, so let's put our reactor over here on the outside. Oh, we need a metal plating. Dang it, so let's actually back out and make another metal plating. You need a lot of that sometimes, so boom. So there we go. So, boom. Biofuel reactor is made, but it's a reactor, so it's a generator, basically. You need to put fuel inside of it in order for it to work. But you don't want it to work without, you don't want it to work without it being hooked up, because it'll just create power for nothing. So let's go back into our menu, into our tech, power and industry. Now let's go to our wiring. Now once you go into your wiring, you see these little like glowing lightning bolts. That means I can connect a power cord to one of these points. But we need to get all the way over here inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to glitch inside a little bit. So let's do this. We're going to go into our third person, our free camera. Let's connect it to this one in the back. So now we can drag this anywhere. So this power cord is going to go anywhere we drag it. But we can't go through a wall, right? Well, you can actually technically glitch it out. So it'll actually go through stuff. Like, look, you see it's going through the corner? Because it tries to go wherever you put the pointer. So it's actually going through the base. We can use that to our advantage by going inside the door. And now we can actually put the plug. Oop, I should have put this teleporter a little bit over to the side. We're going to put the plug right here. And so that creates a junction right here. Boom. So now we can actually connect another power cord to that one. And now we can take this anywhere we want. So we can actually make our wires go anywhere we'd like. So I'm going to put one over here. Actually, let's actually stop. We're going to put one right here. So anytime there's a junction, you can actually connect a wire to that. Put one right there. Boom. So now if we back up, now we have a junction right here. And we can just put wires all over the place. But they're red because we're not making any power right now. So that's just to let you know, hey, look, there's no power actually because your reactor is not really working. We're going to take the one from the corner right here. We're going to drag it up to the front and connect it to this one. Boom. So there you go. So now we have our teleporter hooked up to our bioreactor over there. But the bioreactor is not making any fuel, which doesn't really... It's not a good thing. So actually, what I'm going to do is... I'm actually going to get rid of this biofuel reactor. It should give you all of your materials back. So if you hold left trigger, it'll actually give you a big red X. So it tells you, okay, you're going to get rid of this. Is that okay? Yes, it is. So I got my materials back from making that because I actually want to make a battery. So let's actually put a battery down. Power. Oh, I don't have a battery yet. Oh, we need to go buy a battery. The blueprint for a battery. So let's come in here. Doesn't matter which one you choose, as long as it's not leave. And let's buy the battery. So now we have a battery, but we need condensed carbon in order to make a battery. That's okay. Because a battery can store extra electricity, which is a great thing. So let's actually make some condensed carbon. So let's put some carbon in here. And then if you refine it, it turns into condensed carbon. So yes, we definitely want to do that. But again, always take into account your recipe. It takes 2 regular carbons to make 1 condensed carbon. So you're only going to get half of the materials you put in there. Let's actually stop right there. Okay. So exosuit and then condensed carbon. So yeah, we want to make a battery just because we want to store the extra energy, because this generator is going to make a ton of electricity, but your teleporter doesn't need that much. So you're going to have extra electricity. You want to save that stuff. So let's actually put down a battery right here. Oh, I need 100 condensed carbon. I need more carbon. Dang it. Well, you know what? At this point, screw it. Let's make our reactor right here. And then we're gonna connect our wire. So remember, at the edge of your wire, the tip of it, you can just connect it like that. Boom. So now we have it hooked up. Let's go into our biofuel reactor because it needs gas. It needs fuel to work. So let's put some stuff in the fuel tank. Now the thing that drives me crazy is you can't select how much you want to put in there. So I could put my oxygen in there, but I'm going to be putting 667 oxygen. I can't pick how much I want to put in there. I wish I could, but at this point you cannot. So I'm going to put my carbon in there because I only have 59 carbon. So let's put that in there. It turned on. There you go. So right now you're looking at this menu. It's burning through my fuel. And it's telling me right here I have 50 seconds of fuel. So it'll keep running for the next 50 seconds. And it's generating 50 kilowatts of power. I only need 20 for my teleporter. And so I'm actually creating 30 extra. So I should have had a battery. I could be charging a battery right now, but I'm not. That's okay. So now the teleporter will work. It's all powered up. Look at that. Boom. We're good to go. So heck yeah, that is how you do it. Oh, look, there's some buried technology right there. I love it. So let's actually train manipulator. Let's get down in there. Maybe I'll be able to buy a solar panel because ultimately you want to use solar panels because they constantly, you don't have to put fuel in them. They just constantly create more electricity over and over and over again. So you want to get solar panels, and you hook those up to a battery. But, you know, for now, we're okay. And so I think that's good for now. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button for me, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos all the time, and I'll see you guys next time.